chat, Burrito and myself, about what we've perceived with George Floyd's death and subsequent trial and what happened in the verdict, and what we thought and when we saw this in America and other films that you see in America with what's happening. It's a little bit... I'm glad the verdict went in that way, because at the end of the day, the guy murdered him. And the worst thing about it is, and everybody worried about, would he be convicted?
No, that was the worry.
How could the United States ever get to a point where, no matter who you are, if you're a citizen, or a policeman, you're anything, a politician, the president, anything, if you murder somebody, especially if you murder somebody with everybody filming you, so we actually can see you murdering this somebody while other people watch
filming you and
trying to ask you not to murder this person. How did the United States get to the point where that needed even to be thought about whether he would be found guilty or not?
I know. God.
I don't understand that at all.
So what I really was thinking is, so you mean to say if this more videos did not come out, it means to say that that policeman could have just walked free, isn't it?
Probably.
This is what it's trying to say, to do. Why? Yeah, luckily there are lots of videos that came through to really prove that the policeman really murdered George Floyd that day, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because when you watch the footage and all the films of what happened, because they showed them during the trial, I watched the trial.
I know.
And all I can say is the part where he's calling for his mum.
It does make you cry, that thingy.
And you watching this, and it's difficult to believe that the other officers didn't intervene. I just don't understand. The public were, but they were kind of afraid. If they're watching you murder somebody, now if I was one of them, I mean, at what point are you going to shoot me? Because you probably are. Because you're murdering him. So if you're going to murder one, you might as well just shoot somebody else as well. Let's face it, get rid of the witnesses if you really wanted to. So you can start shooting everybody. And then say, well, you're in fear for your life.
Public were afraid to
So exactly. But the officers, the other officers who were watching this.
How many policemen were there? Watching him kneeling on his neck.
They should have been ashamed.
I know.
They should have been. They should have just said,
shame on you.
Sarge, you can let him up, mate. It's not.
I know.
It's compliant. I'll just let him up. They didn't. They just went along with it. So when are they going to get their verdict? Their verdict? Because they should.
Yeah. When can we see the trial of the rest of the officers that were there? Will they be able to be? Cannot they be an accomplice for that?
Well, of course they are. They should be, like in this country. I mean, the American laws are different. I don't know what American laws are on that particular front, but I'm sure they are, just like ours. If you are stopping people or watching somebody because it's an officer doesn't mean that you're also a member of the public, even though you're an officer standing there. So as a human being, you're watching somebody kill somebody because that's what they're doing, or you're so naive that this particular chap isn't going to die, he's going to be fine. So he'll just have a hell of a headache or something like that, or he'll have neck ache or something, and he'll be carted off and it's all good. But 3 minutes before that chap, Chavin, took his knee off the back of his neck, George Floyd had already been dead. And the other thing that I thought was a little bit shameful was the fact that, I know they had to do it, but it was still a little bit shameful, was the fact that they knew, the paramedics would have known he was dead anyway.
I know.
If you get nothing and you're getting no vitals at all, because you won't. You'll put it on the thing there, he's dead. He's been dead for 3 minutes. More now because of his still. Probably how many minutes? 5 minutes before you start trying to resuscitate him. Been dead for 5 minutes. Hello, it's a long time.
They were trying to resuscitate him.
Resuscitate him because, well, the police officers need to show that they did everything to try to save his life.
Yeah.
Not the fact that, unfortunately, these people who actually watched us murder him. Because that's what we just did.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope that things change how we deal with each other, isn't it? There's no...
There are, and this is the honest truth, there are a lot of very, very good police officers in the United States, just that aren't here. But there are always going to be a few that really do... well, they really shouldn't be police officers. It's the same in nursing. When I was in hospital, some of those nurses, they would give their life for you. You just know they care so much. Other ones, they're doing it for the money. They're doing it because it's a job, and they don't really give a crap. And it really, you just know, you can tell them straight away. One gives you care, and they talk to you and everything. The other one is just doing whatever they have to do. I won't say a word. And it's the same in the police force. You'll get someone's there that'll do a fantastic job. And there'll be time and time again where people will say, yeah, thank you, officer. That was really kind of you. Or no, the police were great. Time and time again, you were way over what they do bad. But unfortunately, it's the bad ones, those officers who are so quick to pull their guns and so quick to make a situation escalate out of control purely for the fact that they could. They want to be bloody minded. They know the rules, but they just don't want that person talking back to them. No, you should really put in your training. I can talk back to a police officer if I want to, if that police officer is wrong.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, because you are, at the end of the day, trying to protect me. No, if I'm in the right, no, I'm allowed to get annoyed with anybody who's going to say that I'm lying if I'm not. I'm not going to be compliant.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. So if I've genuinely done something wrong, then that's different. Yeah. I'm not going to fight that at all. I'll put my hands up and there, you've got me. But you shouldn't have to worry if you get pulled over for a traffic stop that you might die.
True.
And it's not because you might die on the road because you might have an accident or something.
But
no,
you're going to be shot.
You have far more chance of dying by being stopped by the police. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Traffic stop, a couple of bullets, there you are. Stop with that one. Are you nuts? How did you get to the point where the public are that frightened of their own police force? I have been stopped many times in this country. I have over the years, through driving lorries and everything. So you get stopped by them for different checks and things. And some of those guys are brilliant. You have a good laugh with them. Other ones, they're really arrogant, and you kind of have to, in the end, because I know how to be sarcastic. You have to start being sarcastic with them, because they come with an attitude straight away, and for no reason whatsoever. And that's the truth. So, like I say, anyway, so tonight this is about
us.
We're going to say goodnight.
Yeah.
And thanks
our
for listening.
Reaction towards the and I'm glad that is the judgment, but I hope those officers who were just allowed him to kneel on his knee without saying anything at him gets the justice as well. I hope they. I'm sure they're not at work.
They've all lost their jobs. But that's, at the end of the day, I'm sorry, guys, but you really did stand around and you didn't protect the public at all. In fact, you watched one of your own officers murder somebody.
That's how we are.
So I know that's on your conscience, because I hope to God it is. I hope to God, because you know this has ruined your lives, because I'm glad it has. killed him, so you've kind of the yin and yang one. That one is you now get to suffer for the rest of your life for being one of those officers who was in that.
Yeah, that is
incident.
if they are, though.
Oh, they will be.
Supposing they just don't care.
Oh, well, they won't. Probably won't give a shit. I'm pretty certain some of them must be remorseful, but only because they've been made to look remorseful.
Well, if you were there, if you're one of the officers, what could have you done? Because
how would I have thought if I was one of them officers?
If I was the standby, I could have done my bit at least. I could have at least, kicked Mr. Chauvin. Because that is I know my temperament is. I would have made sure,
even if I had to push him off and been in trouble,
I'm sure they're going to shoot me, but
I would have made sure. No, I'm sure a police officer can just go to him, look, he's looking really bad. We need to make sure this guy's. Just see if he's okay or not. Yeah, and then you can put your knee back on him if you like to, if you want to. But we need to make sure this guy's okay because he doesn't sound like that to me. And there's too many people filming us here, this is going to look bad. And that's what one of those officers should have did.
If that was my colleague and I'm strong as him, I'm so sorry, but I have to hit you. I will be struck or whatever. I can go to prison.
I would have made sure I would have stood there and I would have protested in the front of all those people. I'd formally protest that you should remove yourself from the prisoner because I think he could die because of your actions. Or you are assaulting him with your actions. I would have stood up and said that,
isn't it?
But
we can't really.
Do you know how they misjudged the whole thing? At the end of the day, they were being bullies. They weren't police officers anymore. They were just bullies who go around just doing what they like and beating up people and throwing them to the ground and stuff. Is all part of the game. They're watching too much of the Sweeney or something. Well, it's a bit like that. They're going back to the 70s, where in this country, where if you got pulled over something, they'd beat you up. The police would give you a good beating. And the really bad criminals and stuff, they knew that. It's part of the game. But that, not really, it might happen a bit, but it's not anywhere like that used to be before. But in the States, they get you killed before you even get to the police station.
I know.
And they can do it just for a traffic stop.
Traffic stop.
They're the problem. Well, more people drive traffic stops in America than they do of accidents. They might too.
And it's even shooting from a person, from the protector of the public. Anyway,
good night, everybody.
Yeah.
And God bless.
Well, justice has been served, but yeah, you deserve
It's a hollow justice, though.
Yeah.
He didn't leave. There was some bits of that bit when his last words and stuff were very, very difficult to watch. And I applaud those people that were there, that filmed it. I applaud you. Thank you very much.
I think it was apparently filmed by a 17-year-old girl. And then there's another 10-year-old girl who's trying to...
Yeah, because she was trying to say to him to kind of get,
get off him and trying to say, can you call the police on the police? Oh my gosh. That is so...
some of it was...
Well done for being there,
difficult
girls.
To watch.
Yeah, it's so difficult to watch. And we don't want to show it to our film. It's up to you guys to research it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, then you really should. And seeing that how somebody lost their life needlessly.
I know, it's so...
everybody should be, because it makes you feel bad as a human being when you see that. And it makes it look even bad when these are police officers.
Doing that.
Who are supposed to go there and protect you and save your life and make you feel protected. Like they're doing, like most of them do. Most of them do. That's the truth. Yeah, you do, guys. Most of you are bloody good. Thank you for being there. Because if something happens tonight, the first thing I'm going to do is ring bloody 999 and ask for the police to come round.
Yeah.
Because I know they're not going to come round and start giving me shit or shoot me. No, they'll be there to help me. like most of the are in America. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Anyway,
it's that sort of reaction from him
it's
there.
yeah. It's now we're done our reaction. It's a very long one, I guess, but we have to go to sleep because it's night. Mama
Yeah.
Shag here is going to wake up early. Got to work. You feel all right, okay? Don't be depressed again.
No, I'm good. No, I'm good. I just it's just these things when you see them and stuff like that, and you just realise that mankind, its humility to each other is, we really just don't give a crap about each other. We really don't. We don't. We're just terrible.
Okay, I care for you.
We are though. Yeah, I know, but the best thing we do with each other is fight and kill each other.
Okay, life is too short, guys. So let's be happy.
Yeah. So we just need to be nice with each other.
Yeah.
Just for a bit. Try to.
Anyway, goodbye. Good night.
Arrivederci. Have a good one.
And if
Right.
you are not subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment. Yeah, what can please comment what you think about what we have been discussing.
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh, Colin, because obviously if you do watch our stuff and you see this one, get well soon, mate. I hope you feel better.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shout out everybody.
Yeah,
Shout out
ciao.
everybody.
Arrivederci.
I love you guys.